new one on stories with an impact, stories that affected, changed the course of my life, for better or worse. It's at times this is a question. It's not good, obviously, this is negativity, and positive psychology teaches us not to reminisce and, if you will, bring back unhappy moments and relive the torture eventually of the past. No, bring back the happy moments. But still, I'm wondering, for instance, if it weren't for AT&T, what would have been the course of my life? Maybe something better, maybe something worse could have happened. There's the other thing, that we have to be grateful for what we have, and not, oh, look at what this guy has. He has a pool, by the way, a swimming pool, but he stole money for it. So there you have it. I mean, they were public servants with a salary and an income that would have necessitated, I don't know, 1,450 years to justify that. But this is a country with corruption. We had, by the way, a good thing. So many people went out on the streets, hundreds of thousands. Some say as many as 600,000, maybe 500. Still a huge number, impressive elite, impressive crowd, intelligent, creative, just, honest, going out not for handouts, give us more money, or what is generally required by farmers in Western Europe, give us more subsidies or elsewhere, but virtue, for values, for ethics, stop corruption. Anyway, to try and return, I did some work with the American Embassy, and that would be a subject which would need its own, it has its own story. But yesterday I brought about the AT&T one, and in the context of what happens in America now, and how disappointed I am, because I cherished America as the greatest democracy and the symbol of good in the world, with all its failures, of course. And now, with the new leader there, it's all this is crumbling down. I mean, if that's what the best democracy in the world is bringing out, what can we all expect in the West? And to add insult to injury, France, another bastion of democracy and good political order, has this guy, Fillon, who paid his wife, children, over €1 million from the public purse, and he's not even quitting his campaign for the highest, the most important job in the country. What is this? Anyway, this used to be happening here, and they would arrogantly, with arrogance, say, "Ah, how can you do this? I mean, this." And so those who gave lessons, anyway, are in a position now that they act like here, like politicians do here. So that's not good. With AT&T, the CLO, the Community Liaison Officer, recommended me to her correspondent, also the wife of the Economic Affairs Attaché, who is basically number 3, used to be number 3 in embassies around the world. It's the ambassador, the political officer, so to say, and the economic officer comes right there behind. And the woman in Hungary, in Budapest, was the head for all this part of Europe for the AT&T calling card business. And she used to be very important in New Jersey at headquarters, but when her husband had this job with the State Department, moved to Budapest, she decided to go there, and she kept this high profile. She came to Bucharest and hired me, sort of. It was a part-time job, With that, there came an important privilege, some money, and then a possibility to work to expand my other occupation. They knew I was in tourism, and they wanted me to keep that because it helped us. And I kept contacts with the business, with tourism, offering tours to the embassy, and that's how they implemented it. And other foreigners here, expats, and so on. And they didn't have to pay that much. They started with only $250 a month, and they didn't go more than 400. But we did things together, and more notes will be needed on this because this was a fruitful, to some extent, relationship. It had both the good side and the bad side. The good side was that I got to attend training sessions, improving skills, presentation techniques, not that you see anything about that now, managing remote teams, which is basically what our bosses had to do, I mean, to manage us from Budapest, and the head was in Athens and in Prague, but it was good for us too to know how to work from a distance, and so on and so on. Plus there were the shindigs organized. One important one was annually for all the team of Europe and Russia. Russia was considered part of Europe. One organized in Cairo, near the pyramids. And so that was great. On the other hand, they paid very little, and it was embarrassing in situations. But I will get to that some other time.